What's up, everybody? It's your boy FM here with Erratic Cinematic, and we are starting off 2025 by going into the past. And I am from your Christmas past to help with your Christmas future. The Christmas genre has been kind of flat the past few years. In fact, we haven't seen a good family Christmas movie come out since Netflix's 2019 Klaus. That's pretty much all we really have outside of a handful of other movies, a lot of which have come from Netflix that kind of really they're hit or miss. But if you really get tired of the same old holiday classics, I think this one would be a really good addition to it. So what if you could take the magic of Christmas and bring it into today's world? Well, in Red One, I think they do that really well. You add in a couple of big names like Dwayne Johnson, Chris Evans, and J.K. Simmons, and well, like I said, I think you have your recipe for your next family Christmas watch to go along with such likes as Home Alone, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and some of your other favorite ones, Elf. So it's been a while since we've seen a Christmas movie actually build a world that we can all kind of get invested in. In fact, the last time we saw something like this was Tim Allen's Christmas movie, in which they really took the time to build out the North Pole and Santa Claus and everything else around it. And this movie does exactly that, but without Santa Claus being relatively the main focus. Now, Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans play two characters, Callum Drift and Jack O'Malley, who this Christmas are kind of going through their own things. And without giving too much away, both are in need of redemption arcs. One because they've been doing the job for so long, and the other because they stopped believing in Santa as a kid. And it's really cool to see them kind of have to rely on each other reluctantly when they really don't want to because 24 hours before Christmas time, Santa Claus gets kidnapped. Now, one of the beautiful things about this movie is that it kind of explores the mythology of not only Christmas but Santa Claus as well. And we do see some familiar characters for those of you who know Christmas mythology, and such characters like Krampus, who I thought was a comedic levity and brevity when that character was finally introduced in the movie. Um, and it kind of gave a little bit more comedy to the movie without what Chris and Dwayne were kind of bringing within their own respective characters. That being said, it was actually a really good movie. It was a lot of fun to see how their take on Christmas and the magic of Christmas would be, like with the toy stores and with Dwayne's little gauntlet on his arm and what he was doing with all the different toys. And it was a lot of fun to see. And it had a lot of nostalgia to it. For those of you who've seen the movie, or if not, I'll just tell you Rock'em Sock'em Robots. When you watch it, you'll know. But this movie is a lot of fun to watch, and I do think that it is a good movie for a family to sit down and watch together. Now, that being said, like I've said from the beginning, I'm a father of three kids. I've got three girls between the ages of 12 to 17. So for those of you who have younger kids, you might want to wait a little while. There is some language in the film, some cussing. They ride that line, but they don't drop the heavy cuss words. Um, but I will say there's one scene, and when you see it, you'll know, and I'm pretty sure your kids will too, that they go right up into the edge, and they don't say it, but you kind of know what they're gonna say at the same time. So if you have younger kids, then maybe this one's one that you might want to wait a little bit. If you have older kids, I think you're gonna be okay if that's something that you allow. But it was still a lot of fun to watch. My kids did enjoy it. It's kind of fun for all ages, in my opinion, because the young ones really enjoyed the funness that was in the movie, while my older ones found that some of the parts in the movie were a little bit more enjoyable, more so when they got to like the darker stuff and so on and so forth. But at least they all enjoyed it, which a lot of times I think for a family sit down movie is probably one of the harder things to do. So that's why this one was a lot of fun to watch and hopefully be add to what we watch every year at Christmas. So next Christmas, if you're looking for something to sit down and watch with the family, I highly recommend Red One. Like I said, it is a change of pace from all the other Christmas movies that you've probably seen 1,000 times, and I think it's one that you'll be able to add in, watch every single year where it's not super old, but it's also, it's not the newest thing because hopefully we'll start to see a resurgence in Christmas movies like we used to when we were kids. And I'd love to see them do something else with this. Obviously, with the way the movie ends, there's always the opportunity to do a sequel, and I think it'd be really cool to see them continue to build this world out some more. But if not, at least we have this one. So go out, check it out, let me know what you think, and as always, I will see you at the movie.